I saw something in the newspaper that said Lawson's chip dip as an ice cream. As a flavor.
Also, hell of a good is better.
Way better.
No.
Oh,
yes.
No. I can lick it out of that container.
Ooh, yeah, because it's hell of a good. Yeah. That's what she said.
We are the calm, the storm, the whimsy, and you're listening to That's What She Said.
I was going to tell you guys something about grounding home, but then the episode that we just recorded for grounding home just went off the actual deep end, and I couldn't really talk about it. So I'm going to tell you this because I think it's funny. I was listening to our grounding home that went out on August 5th.
Okay.
And I have some observations from it.
Oh, dear.
No.
I know what mine is.
I was so quiet in that episode.
So Kelly texted us while she was listening to it and said, I say like so much. And I had no idea what she was talking about.
Okay.
Because I hadn't listened to it yet.
Okay.
So bad.
I had already listened to it,
Yeah.
and I still didn't know what she was talking about.
So I was on the phone with her, and she's like, she said, oh my gosh, could I say like anymore, with a bunch of smacking faces? And so I'm like what? Like, what do you, I don't know what you like so much right now. Like, I did not know what you meant by that text. So then I'm talking to her, and she was really upset about it. She's like, have you listened to Grounding Home? I said like so many times, and you're going to know. You're just going to be like, shut up. So I'm like, okay, now I have to listen to this because I'm just curious. So I'm listening to it, and I actually listened to it while I took a shower. That's probably not information anybody needed to know, but I'm telling you anyway. So I'm listening to it, and I'm literally laughing out loud because you said it so
I don't know what happened.
many.
It was like so bad. And I'm like, this is
still don't- I have to go back
podcast
and listen to
101.
it.
Don't say the word like in between every word that you say.
It was a
like
lot.
you shouldn't like that. They just like do this and like that, and I like this and you like that, and we like it all.
It was actually really like that.
It was so bad.
Wait, I listened to it this morning. And
But it's because she was describing
the way she likes her walls.
No, it was
we didn't
stupid.
like this, or we so we actually said like quite a bit as well, but not as much as her.
Okay.
What was I doing? I'm like, what is
we were
happening?
talking about what we like our houses to be like.
No. This
just
is so
said it again.
bad.
It was
And I'm
bad.
like,
You should
I
re-listen to it.
Okay.
should be
I was
removed
running
from
so-
the podcast immediately. That's how I felt after I heard today. I'm like, why?
No.
I should not. No. You
No.
are banned. You have to get it under check, and you need to go back to Beautiful Trainwreck until you can get this together. Pull it together.
So you belong on Beautiful Trainwreck, and no.
It was so funny. I was literally laughing out loud. But then I was also noticing I cannot help but make inappropriate jokes.
Yes.
Every
It's
episode.
Very,
It's-
very true.
yeah.
I can't help it. I find something inappropriate.
Everything. Did I say something and then you said something inappropriate about it?
Yeah, but now I can't even remember what it was.
Because I think I remember this. But we were talking about the wallpaper, and you said, I know that I don't think it was me. I think it was actually her. And she showed like the abstract geometric.
Yeah.
And then you said, I don't see
Boy parts.
and everything. I do not see boy parts in this.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was what you were talking about.
I remember you talked about the rooster.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you brought it up.
And I said,
I heard it very clear.
That goes with the wallpaper. But the thing about it is you guys just pretended like I didn't say that and just kept talking.
Sometimes we do that a lot.
We just do that.
I know. You do. And it's like people that really maybe are inappropriate with me, they'll hear it and they'll be like, they just ignored that. Right?
How did you ignore that? She just said.
Actually, I didn't know you were. I didn't.
Being inappropriate.
I don't think I did.
But
About the
Rooster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Anyway, so...
Well, there it is.
I
can't ignore that one.
I think it's funny, like, there's lots of times that you acknowledge my inappropriateness and you're inappropriate with me, and then there's times where you're like, yeah, we're not going to acknowledge that. But I still say it. Then there's another part that I noticed you don't acknowledge.
Oh, no.
It's not bad. It's funny. So you guys were talking about decorating a home and painting dressers.
Oh, yeah.
And so Kelly's like, it's wonderful and I love to do it. And you're like, yeah, you should repurpose it, blah, 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 blah. And you guys are having this conversation. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't think it's necessary. Kind of like making my bed, but you're just still having the conversation. Like I'm not saying anything. And it was so funny.
I'm going to have to listen to that again.
And then I also noticed we make fun of each other. Like a lot.
Yeah, we do.
And now I'm going to notice every time I say the word like. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Let's try to use a different word. And then it will just be silent for a little bit. I'm working really hard on that. I'm going to try really hard not to say it. I'm going to say this week
All right.
instead of so.
What if we say like so?
Like so. Like that?
Are we talking about our goals at all? Should we touch base about them?
We should. You got some goals? If you guys could just see her face right now. It was
Amazing.
I climbed a mountain this year.
We know.
Yes, you did.
Oh, you said that in the last update.
A couple of them.
That's what my update is. I've started carnivore about 145 times.
Okay.
All right.
That's
You just said that your goal
I
was
keep
to
starting
start
it over.
so you just started at 140. You
knocked
did
that
a
one out of
really
the
good
park.
job.
I did it 140 times, not just once. So there we go.
Overachiever.
So this year has been an interesting one.
Yeah.
And I will choose my word way better next year because it hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
It's a constant fight and perseverance of the entire stinking year. So I'm struggling.
It's almost over.
Don't say it with my goals because I don't know if they're all going to get accomplished.
It's okay. She
It's
said we
okay.
didn't have to accomplish
I
them all.
don't. Ask Crystal. You don't set goals and don't accomplish them.
She said.
I don't.
She
But you
said.
accomplish more than one. At least I got the one 145 times.
She said when we set our goals, we
Yeah.
might not finish them all, and it's okay.
I finished. I climbed a mountain.
Because what you find in it is that you did accomplish some things versus not accomplishing anything. So that's the mindset.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Do you
bring
see?
it all around.
Her head was kind of like spinning around on the top of her body.
It
Like her
was.
shoulders keep going like up to her ears.
And her eyeballs were like twitching.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I got some updates. Go ahead. I want to hear yours.
So my goal list, it was kind of long. So let's talk about this. My word was self-control. I'm picking a better word next year too. 1, wedding ring back on. Still have chubby fingers. 2, declutter my house.
Oh,
This is my list of rooms, and
Yes.
I've marked off 6.
yes.
I feel good about marking off 6 rooms.
Yes. I think that's great.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Great job.
Read. I have 2 books listed, and I'm almost done with one.
What was the second one?
The Road Back to You. I still want to read that.
Oh, yes.
Half my body weight in water. I did that one day.
Accomplished.
Not 145 times, but one. So, clean eating.
You're doing better.
You are.
Been there a little bit. Some days not so good. Some days are good, but better than I did last year. So I feel like I've made progress.
Okay.
Renew has had its challenges, but we have made progress, and I think we will continue to do so. We have Liza Pies' stuff on there, grow the podcast, publish the book. Still working on all of that. Stop buying Diet Coke. I crossed off. Still buy Diet Coke. 3-day fast.
Oh, you did it.
I did it.
Was that on your list of goals, the 3-day fast?
Yes, but I might have added it after we decided to do it, just so
It's
I could
okay.
cross
You
it
can
off.
cross it off.
I should have
For
probably
sure.
really wrote my goals down.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
You didn't write your goals down?
You did have declutter your house on there.
You just
and
have to
you
go back
made
and listen to the
progress.
episode.
She did that last time.
Oh.
I have made progress.
Yes.
Decluttering.
Yes. You have.
You're doing great.
What about you, Crystal?
Well, let's talk about all the things I haven't done yet. Haven't lost 25 pounds yet. That's okay. I still got a couple months left.
Yes.
My word was positive, and as you can see, I'm being very negative right now. So it's really bad these days. Positivity is not going to be my word next year. Wow. I really feel like I was way more positive before I picked the positive word.
Okay.
So I'm struggling.
Yeah.
It's this year. It's like, hey,
It's the
pick
words.
a word.
Why did we pick a word? We're not picking a word
I'm
next
picking
year.
a good word next year.
I don't know. It might be bad for us, though. It's weird. I haven't made sourdough yet. Eee. It's still on the list.
We should make that on a podcast because I want to make sourdough.
I know. It's so easy. My cousin makes sourdough, and she's not even a baker. And I'm like, we could totally make sourdough. Why am I so afraid of it? It's because you have to grow it, and then you have to, maintain it. And it's just one of those things that doesn't seem like it's difficult. But for me, it's, super overwhelming.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else that was on my list because I don't have my actual list here of the things that I haven't done. But here are the things that I have done. I have had no pop for 208 days.
Wow.
1 day
I was going to ask that.
in the middle. Okay, so technically there's more than 208 days that have passed. I had pop the first 8 days of January because we had my birthday and we had pop. So there was a couple days. So I did not count those 8 days. And I did not count the 1 day in July that I worked in the yard and it was really hot and I had a polar pop.
Yeah.
So 208 days is the actual number minus all of those.
That's a pretty good amount of days.
It's a lot of days. Still writing scripture. It hasn't been every week for sure. Definitely not every day. Running has changed for me. So I said that I wanted to run 5 to 7 races this summer, but I actually changed that to one big race, and I'm going to run Akron Half Marathon, 13.1 miles. And I'm running about 20 miles a week right now.
That's amazing.
I have read 10 books so far, and I have the rest mapped out for the year. I love my garden and the fruit of my labor. So we made pizza with yummy toppings from the garden. I love the eye rolls. We have fresh salad with lettuce and tomatoes and onions and cucumbers and peppers. It's just my favorite thing. So
That's amazing.
And I finally just got cut flowers. So my zinnias finally came, they popped out. And I planted them late, so they just started blooming. But
I got one cherry tomato out of my plants so far.
yeah,
One out of my 6 tomato plants, I got one.
do you have green ones? Are they on there?
They're on there, but they fall off before I get them, and they're rotten. They don't ever turn red.
Oh my!
So I'm gonna need some Chat GPT Crystal to help me with my garden next year.
I can't.
I will be your chat GPT. We got your grass growing, didn't we?
Maybe that's a business idea. Chat GPT Crystal. Put a little
Tell me more about it.
personal touch on AI stuff. Because you don't want just AI.
You don't. You need some
boo.
personality there because it's kind of boring.
You climbed a mountain.
I did.
Just so you know.
Why are you worried about it?
It just was
In
funny.
145 days of starting carnivore.
I mean, that is so many days.
impressive. I am impressed. Oh my.
So the one day you drank pop,
Yes.
I didn't. Just that one day I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Stop it. Stop. You better believe it, on January 1st of 2026, I'll be drinking a Polar Pop.
Yes.
Because it's not about the habit that I'm breaking. It's just more of the
But there's no
goal
Circle
that I
K
set.
anymore.
There's a Circle K in Arlington still.
What?
They're changing them all to Mapco.
Yeah, but they're still going to have a pop.
Why?
But will
not-
it be a Polar
It
Pop?
won't. I looked it up. I already looked it up. I forget what it was going to be called.
Why are we changing it to Mapco? Like, Circle K was cool.
It has something to do with having ownership of certain gas stations in a certain area or something like that. Like
dumb.
Getco owns something. I don't know, something like that.
You're an angry little lady tonight.
But I do think that I don't think all of them are changing. I'm hoping the one on Arlington doesn't change. The one on Maslin has changed, and I'm ignoring both of you right now.
Do you see that she's an angry little lady?
She's aggressive
I don't
tonight.
like change, and they changed Circle K to Mapco, and that's weird.
Yes.
We don't even get
Are we gonna
maps
be able
anymore.
to have
Why are we
Lawson's
going there
chip
for
dip?
maps? Oh, I hope so.
I saw something in the newspaper that
Hillary's
said
checking.
Lawson's chip dip as an ice cream. Ew. As a flavor.
Also, hell of a good is better.
Way better.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
I could lick it out of that container.
Oh, yeah, because it's hell of a good. Yeah. That's what she said.
It's
Now
my
I want
belly.
to go get chip dip. Thanks, guys.
I know. Let's go get chip dip afterward.
Tacos, those tacos.
You guys, stop.
Where were we with the hell of a good dip? I told the lady she was a liar. Jerseys.
Yes, it did taste like hell of a good. With like a,
yeah.
I feel like you would have put like a taco spice in it or something.
So we went with our husbands, who never see each other anymore, to Jersey's for like a late night. It was like 9:00 at night.
Yeah.
I told you about this.
Yeah.
And they got chips and dip, and I tasted the dip, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they just seasoned hell of a good chip dip. That's what it is. And the waitress walked over to us, and I was like, that's hell of a good chip dip, right? And she goes, no, it's our own like blend. And I'm like, I don't believe you.
it was so
my gosh.
hell of a good.
I told her, I don't believe you.
They
She
probably
did.
put salt in it and say, oh, it's our own mixture.
Oh, it was so good.
And then they used like, what did she say? Like Erie something?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like, I don't know. It was so good.
So tell us something happy. Any happy stories in there? Over there, little lady.
This is a funny story.
Okay, bring me funny.
Okay. So football's ramping up, and they had like, before skills camp, they had like some optional conditioning days that they could go to.
Yeah.
So Ike was going to Camp Carl, and I'm like, dude, you need to at least go one time. Like, the coaches need to know that you want to be there. Like, you got to make an appearance. Like, I know it's not mandatory, but you need to go. And Leo's like, I want to go. I'm like, okay. So I had to be somewhere. I think I was at the barn with Eliza. So my father-in-law,
You had to be somewhere?
my father-in-law had to drop
That's unusual.
the boys off, and then they dropped. So Ike was with his buddy Liam, so he came here, and then Pappy took them all to the field. So Ike, Liam, and Leo.
Okay.
So I leave the barn, I go to pick them up, and I'm looking around, and I see Ike and my friend Aaron's coaching them, and I'm like, well, that's weird, because he's a 4th grade coach. Maybe he's just helping out. I don't know. So then I walk over, and this mom of one of the kids that was on his team last year goes, hey, what grade's Ike going into? And I'm like, 5th. She goes, oh, well, he's playing with the 4th graders. And I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So then after it's over, the whole 5th grade team comes walking by and they're like, what's going on? Like, nobody knows what's going on with Ike, okay? It's like they all think he's like at the
He just showed up and nobody said where he needed to be?
He wanted to be with his buddy Liam, who's in 4th grade. So he stayed there.
Stop.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
So the one coach came over and took one of those football dummies and hit him in the head. And he goes, what are you doing? It was hilarious. And I'm like, okay, so it was funny. We laughed it off. I was texting Aaron later, and I'm like, what is going on? He goes, oh, he stood his ground because the one coach came over trying to get him, and he acted like he was 4th grade. I'm like, okay. So they think the homeschool mom held back her son. I don't know.
Oh my God.
So then, it was kind of funny, and it all went, I thought that was the end of it. So then, they had skills. Wait, not skill. It was before skills camp. Yeah, I got on my Facebook, like Messenger, I'm getting a call from his head coach from last year, like through Facebook Messenger, like calling. And I'm like, we're watching Braveheart. And I looked at Eliza and I'm like, what the heck? I can't answer this. Like, did he accidentally call? You don't know. I've done that before. I've accidentally called people.
Sends like weird emojis.
Well, that's what I was thinking. He's probably like, I'm going to call and find out why Kelly just sent me those heart eyes.
Oh, gosh. So I'm like, okay, this is super weird. I don't know why he'd be calling me. I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to answer it and then be like, hey, So I let it go.
Like, hello?
And then he texted me. I'm going to read you what he said. It was...
Oh, no.
Ridiculous. My son, he's never going to live this down. So this is Ike playing football for 5th? Question mark. Rumor has it he's playing with 4th.
Rumor has it.
So I called him.
Has it?
So I called him back.
That's his coach. He knows he's in 5th grade. Right?
He doesn't know because Ike told the other coach that he was playing 4th.
Oh my!
So he could stay with his buddy. Which Aaron was like, it was kind of cool because like that was Liam's first experience with any of the tackle stuff, and like he stood with his buddy to help him, like
Aww.
So anyway. So, wow. Yeah, because then he called. He's like, we don't know if we're going to have 2 teams. Like, we're down to the wire with the numbers. And I'm like, Ike is playing 5th.
Oh, they wanted him on 4th?
No.
Oh, they didn't have room for him on 4th.
No, they didn't.
They needed him on 5th.
They needed enough people on 5th to make 2 teams.
Oh.
But Ike threw people off practicing with. He was only there one night.
You're like, guys, this kid's
I'm like, dude, you have one night to impress your coaches, and you go to
like
4th grade.
You listen to the 11-year-old? I'm in 4th grade.
So funny.
Goober.
Okay, well, that's really
hilarious.
funny because during church last year, this is not my story for tonight, but now it's going to be a story for tonight. So at church on Wednesday nights, they have like programming for they have youth group too, but so one of the directors came over and she was like, hey, Crystal, did you know that Letty's in the 4th grade class? And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, she's been going to the 4th grade class for the last couple weeks. And I said something to her and she was like, oh, I must have got confused. And I was like, that seems really strange to me. And she goes, it's okay. Like, she's just going to have to do it again next year. Like 4th grade, like she'll just have to be in the same class. It's fine. And I'm fine with her being in there. And I'm like, okay, as long as it's not bothering you. She went in there because one of her friends is in 4th grade. And she wanted to be with her friend and pretended like she was a 4th grader.
Of course.
I was like, seriously?
My gosh.
These kids are crazy. So she spent the whole time in 4th grade. All of her teachers thought that she was in 4th grade. They didn't know that she actually was in 3rd grade. So then they were expecting her to be in the 5th grade class when they moved up in June for church. And she was in the 4th grade class and they were like, oh, you're supposed to be over here. And she goes, well, I'm actually in 4th grade.
Oh my gosh.
She had them all confused.
I don't know if I should tell this story on the podcast, but I'm going to. That's what I always do.
Oh, no. Cringe.
So Promotion Sunday
Oh, no. Yes?
happened this past week.
Okay.
Promotion for what?
Classes.
For classes, like to go up to their grade levels. Ours happened in June.
No, ours didn't happen. He doesn't like, hey, he's in 5th grade and he's in 6th. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh no, now I'm concerned.
So
They think Hudson's like a 12th grader. They're like, Hudson, senior
No,
this year.
Tori's like, I'm in 6th grade.
So Hudson, this is a Hudson story. He is outside on the trampoline with Isley after church, and they both come running in. And Hudson goes, Mom, Isley said that I should ask you about this. And I'm like, okay. And apparently during class on the first day of promotion, like to the new class, somehow Mary came up and being pregnant.
Mary.
And
Like
Mary.
the Virgin Mary,
the mother of
like
Jesus.
Jesus' mother. Like Mary, who does that?
Mary is pregnant. What?
Wow.
What 4th grade named Mary is pregnant? Oh my gosh.
So he said,
Oh gosh.
the teacher said to all of us, I think you're old enough to know this. The men have the seed.
Oh, dear me. It is not her place.
The women have the egg, and the seed fertilizes the egg to make the baby. And I said,
Oh, and he's telling Isley this?
yeah, and Isley said,
Good for Isley, though. Like, something's not right
I
about
feel like
this.
you should talk to Mom. So we're both looking at him like, what? And I said, but that's not how Mary got pregnant with Jesus. So I'm confused. Like,
How did that come up?
So
Did somebody ask, like...
I don't know. So he told my husband's like, maybe just don't like make a huge deal. Let's just move, we'll talk about it later in a couple, like it's not time yet. So I was so confused, and I texted somebody that works in our church, and I said, I was just curious, is seeds and fertilization to make babies part of the church curriculum? And she goes, no. So I don't know what's going to happen with that because I brought it to their attention, but I'm like,
Oh my, was that this past Sunday?
yeah,
Oh, stop.
yeah. What? Really?
What the actual heck? 4th graders do not need to know that.
But when you're talking about Mary being pregnant,
It has nothing to do
There was no
with
seed
that.
involved.
There was nothing involved that way.
I know. Right.
Virgin.
I have so many questions, but I didn't feel like I could keep asking him because I didn't want to make too big of a deal about it. But he goes, is that true? And I said, yes. And he goes, is that something I shouldn't know yet? And I'm like, well, we just probably don't need to go into detail about it. But really? Like Sunday school.
You're old enough to know this. Yeah, that's not anybody's place.
No, it's not her place to judge how old you need to be. I still don't know.
his place.
And I mean,
Well, you have 4
nobody's
kids.
really told me anything.
And she has 4 kids. How did that work?
No wonder you're confused every time I make inappropriate jokes.
She doesn't actually know what you're saying.
Oh, man.
All right, I have to tell you one more thing about
Oh my
Hudson.
gosh.
Since we were talking about the trampoline, and I'm just going to read these texts between my neighbor and I. She says, hey, do you by chance have 1 cup packed of brown sugar? I said, I am almost home and I can check. Also, any chance Dave saw a naked 9-year-old jumping on our trampoline?
Oh, my goodness.
What? And her response was, he didn't mention any such shenanigans. Oh, to be so free. And I said, I guess he was mowing last week, and Hudson was wearing sweats that were too big with no underwear. They fell down, and he thought it was funny, so he continued to jump with them around his ankles. Nora came in telling on him because Dave was mowing. I kept meaning to ask you. And she said, haha, that's hysterical, actually. And then I said, oh, my brown sugar is gone. And she said, thanks for checking.
Oh my goodness. When did this happen?
Wait, you brought up the naked boy on the trampoline?
Yes.
Does your son talk about this?
Does he talk about it?
Yes. Has he talked about this?
To me, why?
On Fortnite.
Oh,
What?
no, why?
I just recall a situation that I yelled at my children because I thought they were talking about something that they shouldn't have been talking about. And both of the boys were like, no, Mom, Hudson was telling us the story. And I was like, no. I said, you do not talk about Hudson being naked. And so I don't know what happened. Okay.
It was probably that.
Okay. I was just really concerned that my kids were like saying something they shouldn't have been saying.
Because he thought it was really funny.
Okay. Did he also think that it was like about the McDonald's thing too? Like,
yes.
Okay. Okay.
What?
So I yelled at my boys. I was like, you do not tell people that he took his pants down with his underwear at McDonald's. And they were like, that is not what we were talking about. And I'm like, that is what I heard. Okay.
No,
okay.
he was pretty proud of himself.
That's amazing.
Yeah. For jumping on the trampoline with his sweatpants around his ankle, like Crystal without any underwear on. So I'm the one who asked her, like, did your husband mention a naked 9-year-old on the trampoline?
I misunderstood what you were saying at first. I thought she was asking you.
No, I asked her because
This is amazing.
I was like, sorry. Because if he saw a naked boy on the trampoline, it was
real.
legit. So sorry about that.
Oh my gosh.
And you should probably apologize to your children.
I should probably apologize to my children, yes, because they both said, he's talking about it right now. And I'm like, we do not talk about Hudson being naked.
Yeah, he was
I just
proud
didn't
of
know
himself.
who they were talking to.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, if they were telling a story to embarrass him, I get that.
I was worried, honestly,
Yeah.
that it was like, oh, hey, Hudson used to take his pants off at the McDonald's. And
No, he
okay,
must have been bragging about the trampoline. So maybe I should tell him not to tell people on Fortnite that he's jumping naked, but thanks for that information.
They probably really enjoyed it.
I'm sure they
honestly.
did.
They're probably like, ooh,
Oh my
freedom. I want to
gosh.
do it too.
Naked neighborhood jumping, that's all we need. Everybody naked on the trampoline.
Naked jumping.
So how was your week?
It was crazy.
Tell us why.
Okay. So remember we bought this pool.
Yes. Oh, yes. We've heard about it.
The omen was back in November when the truck that was delivering it got hit by our neighbor. We should have just known that we should have sold it and just got rid of it.
Forgot about that.
Right? That's the beginning. And it has not been easy since. And there was like this weird, Aaron was like, I should have known. I should have sent it back. I hate this. Like, it has been a lot. Okay. I now know why the pool guy charges so much
All right.
to put a pool in, because it's a lot of work. So fast forward May, we dug it out, dug the ground, leveled it. He went on a trip, came back, and we're like, okay, we're going to get this done. But it like nonstop rained.
Yep.
So this has been a project forever. And then he had to go on another trip, and then he came back, and there was just timing was bad, all of the things that we had going on. Okay. Fast forward to Saturday. So, which was what, August 2nd? So we're like into August, still no pool, and we're putting it up this weekend. Okay. Or this past weekend. And it is me, Aaron, Ian, and Pacey. Strider's up at my parents' house, and Letty's just playing. Okay. So there's 4 of us. And the way that we're doing this is like, you have to get down. So Aaron put the track out. So the track was all out. And you have to unroll like this large metal sheet. And it's in a roll. So you have to like roll it. It's really heavy. can't bend it or like have it go a different way because it'll put a dent in it. So, I mean, it is like a very tedious thing. So Aaron's unrolling it. Oh, and you also have to put like plywood down so that you can roll it on the plywood instead of on the sand, because it's not going to like roll in the sand. So Aaron's rolling it. I'm down at the bottom of the track, like in the sand, making sure that it's staying like in the track. And Ian is holding it once we've passed where I'm getting it in the track, to hold it into the track, to keep it there. We are doing this all the way around. It is a big oval. So it is like 27 by 15 by 54. So it is a big pool. Way bigger than like when you look at the space that it was in. I was like, oh my gosh. We get it all done. We're all in. We put all these little like brackets on top and everything. And Aaron was like so we were all inside of the pool area. So Ian and Pacey and I had to get outside of the pool. And then Aaron put a ladder in there so that he could get out later. But he had to like put the two sides together and then bolt it together.
Okay.
So I'm on the outside and Pacey's on the other side. I'm on one side, Pacey's on the other side, and Ian's on the one side. But we're really not like, we're just kind of like helping Aaron like move this thing or whatever. And the wind blows just enough.
Oh, no.
And one side goes down.
Uh-oh.
And we're not in the pool to help Aaron. And there's nothing that we can do because it goes in, not out.
Oh, no.
And the other side goes down. And then all of a sudden, all four sides are just down, like bent, and like, I mean, it was slow motion. And Aaron was like, like screaming, like he was so angry. Words came out that shouldn't have come out. My son was like, like, I mean, it was so insane. And he was like, he was red in the face. Like he was so mad because we can't have it dented. Like you can't have it dented. So now it's all flopped. All four sides are into the sand in the middle. And he is like trying to get sides up. And Ian and we're trying to like grab sides and we can't because it's all. So that was our day.
Oh, this is a hard story to listen to because I'm like, I can't laugh.
You can laugh now because he said, just think, in a year, he said a year, we can laugh about this.
He'll listen to this podcast and be like, Hillary.
Oh my gosh. No, we laughed. We laughed later that night and it was fine. Everybody can laugh now. No. The really funny thing is that it's just the inside. So like the outside is like a textured, so you can't see anything. So the inside just has like, there's no dents.
Okay.
There's just little like scratch marks, but the liner covers it and you're never going to see it. So thank
I was picturing him being like laid on top of by all of these things.
I mean, he was not laid on top of, but he was surrounded by all of these walls. So then we had to roll up the entire metal thing, roll it all back up
to unroll it
all the way, and then roll it out again. And then we had, so by that point, Aaron called Strider home and we held all of the sides. He duct taped it to the posts and staked it with like a rope with duct tape because he's like, there's no way that this is going to make it.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't, like, it was so flimsy.
What?
And but there was nothing holding it together.
True.
So nothing was bolted, nothing, because it was just like the process, but there was no wind at all. It was beautiful. And like this very slightly gust just came through and it went all the way down.
My gosh.
It was a lot. So it is done.
Is it filled?
It's filled.
Yay.
And so there's still a lot of things that have to happen. He has to get the pump running and all of
Has
those
anybody
things.
gotten in it yet?
So Strider, Aaron, Letty, and I were in it today. Not to swim. We just all jumped in. Pacey was golfing with my parents, and he
That's
didn't want to
fun.
get in when he got home. But yeah, so
Did you say you jumped in with your clothes on?
I did. I had my running clothes on, so I
Oh.
just had like shorts and a tank top, and I just jumped in.
Fun.
I went under first. I was the first one. It was like a cold plunge. It was
Was it
so
freezing?
cold. Strider's skin was like bright red.
Oh my gosh.
It was freezing.
Oh my goodness. So where did you jump from?
A ladder.
Oh,
So like
okay.
we put just a regular ladder over top of
Yeah.
the pool and got
Oh.
in, all the things you shouldn't do.
That's fine.
It's probably like pool safety 101. Don't slip on the ladder.
That's fun though. It'll be fun eventually.
Be fun. It'll be fun. It is almost completely done.
That's great.
It was a long
Well,
process.
now it makes sense why you called in reinforcements.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. So
I mean, it would have made sense anyway, but
no, there was a lot of work that had to happen, a lot of pieces and parts. And so before that, there wasn't a whole lot for anybody to do. So
Yeah.
he didn't want me. I was asking him all day on Saturday, like, do you want me to call my dad? Do you want me to have Chris come over? Do you want me to call? Like, who do you want here? And he was like, no one. Because there wasn't any. He's like, I didn't have anything to give anybody to do.
yeah.
But
So you said brother husband to the rescue again because he came and
Yes,
helped.
he
And then
did.
it made me think of something. Lenny better get ready because both our husbands are traveling next week.
Oh, no.
Lenny.
Yep. He's in trouble.
There's so many things that we might need to call him for. I don't think I'll have to get a squirrel out or a chipmunk out of the pool.
A refrigerator up the stairs.
Probably not.
Oh boy.
Hope he's ready.
He'll be ready.
He'll be on speed dial.
He'll be ready. So, talking about trampolines and pools, and the boys had friends over and busted our trampoline, like the netting. And we were having a party, and Lenny's like, "I'm just gonna take the nets and the poles down. Like, we don't need it." And I'm like, "We do need it. Like, that's scary. I will buy the parts and I'll fix it." So I go on Amazon and I buy the parts to fix it. And then I go out there and they're not big enough. And we're having like a church bonfire here. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get a bigger part for like to hold the poles up. Anyway,
That's what she said.
oh my gosh.
I mean, this is what that episode is all about, right? So we have to say that.
So I go on Amazon and I'm like, I am not gonna get, they don't have like the right size. So I was talking to Pappy. He's like, well, I wonder if they have a bigger bracket at Lowe's. So I go into Lowe's and there's this sweet little old man who, as I'm walking in the door, stressed out, he goes, "Can I help you find anything?" I'm like, "Well, yes, you can."
Okay.
Did you give him a hug?
Did
I
you
wanted
take him
to.
home instead of the parts for the trampoline?
So
Did you kidnap him?
No, I showed
Is he in
him.
your trunk right now?
I showed him the part, and he's like, "Okay, follow me." So he walks over to the aisle that has the little bracket things, whatever it is. So I was telling him what I was going to do and try to like pry it open. And he walked me over to the screwdrivers and the pliers, and he did it for me.
Wait, you brought it with you?
He literally bent the part to make it fit. You don't get customer service like,
Oh,
that's the end of
true,
it.
though. You don't get service like that.
So, holy jeans.
Oh.
We were at an event for Renew,
Oh, gosh.
and I asked permission to share this story because I think it's hilarious. But Stephanie from our group was folding clothes, and she picked up a pair of jeans, and she goes, "Do we even want to keep these out?" And I was like, "Well, why not?" And she's like, "Because look at these holes. They're everywhere. It's like excessive holes." And I was like, "Well, as long as it doesn't show any parts, it's okay." And I said, but if you don't feel comfortable putting them out, we don't have to. And so she's like, okay. So she sets them aside. Okay.
Are they like my kind of holy pants?
Like all the way up and down the legs. Yes.
I want those.
But these ones were like up real close to like the pocket. So anyway, I get a text from her the next morning at 9:00.
Oh no.
About halfway through the event yesterday, Isley was walking across the room. And I first looked at her beautiful face, and then I noticed her jeans. I instantly felt like I wanted to crawl in a hole and stay for a few months. You handled that so well, by the way. So after seeing those ripped, torn, excessive holy jeans on Isley, because they were all the way up and down her legs.
Okay.
And she had been sitting there listening to us have that conversation.
Oh my gosh. She's very observant.
I realized they look really good on her. What I learned yesterday. Number 1, excessively holy jeans can be sold at Renew. Do not throw away. Number 2, excessively holy jeans are able to be washed in the washer. They won't fall apart. Number 3, excessively holy jeans are considered fashionable to many. Number 4, excessively holy jeans look better on than I expected. Number 5, excessively holy jeans are okay, unless are obviously suggestive. Number 6, some things are better left unsaid. So sorry, Isley. And then she texts me, I hope you remembered to take your medicine last night.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. That is amazing.
I loved it so much. I read it to Isley. Isley was cracking up. She goes, it was fine. Didn't bug her.
Did she hear it though?
Yeah, she did. So I read it to her, but then I text Stephanie today. I'm like, please, can I share that? Because it's so good. And she's like, well, I'm glad you find humor in it because I was mortified. She goes, but I think I recovered. And I'm like, it's really fine. And I won't share if you like if it'll embarrass you, but it was so good.
That's
That
such
is
a good
amazing.
story because I could see how that happened.
Yeah.
Because you get a pair of jeans in with all the holes and you're not used to having holy jeans or seeing people with holy jeans.
Yep.
And you're thinking, who wants this rag of pants?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, somebody just donated this to the Renew.
It was pretty entertaining.
I love it.
Oh, man. Stephanie.
So good.
She's so good.
So good.
Since the last time we recorded, my husband has been home. Okay. So this is, and we volunteered for the Burning River Endurance 100-mile race. Okay. I did not realize that I was signing us up on the day that my husband got home. I thought he was getting home on Friday night. So then he would have all Friday night to sleep and he would have Saturday to rest and sleep before we had to be there at 2:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Geez.
So he was up for over 24 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
With about 3 hours of sleep in the middle, like from, I think we went to bed at 10, from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then we got up to go. I did not realize that. Okay. Also,
I bet he loved you for that part.
oh my gosh, he was a saint, but not happy. And my children were not happy at all. They're like 2:30 in the morning. And I'm like, yes. I said, we're going to volunteer at mile 92. We need to be there. These people need our support. This is a perfect opportunity for you to get a lot of service hours because we were there from 2:30 a.m. till 7:30 a.m. And I'm like, what better time and place for us to be than supporting people that like need you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pacey did not enjoy it. Aaron was exhausted. Strider and Letty thrived Letty specifically thrived because she has no fear of anyone or anything. So she was like, can I fill up your water bottles? Can I help you? Can I get you something? Like before they had even reached our tent. Like she was like running to them, like trying to help them, make sure that they were okay. Strider was like right there doing the same thing. Letty just comes very natural too. Strider just enjoys doing that. So it was super fun. And then it was for me. So I wanted to do this the most. So honestly, service hours or not, like I didn't really care at the end because I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And I was having a blast. But there were a couple things that I realized. I cried multiple times because it is just an incredible experience to see these people of all sizes, shapes, and ages running at this point 92 miles. Okay.
Crazy.
So
I don't
92
know how
miles.
you can do that at one time.
And they're not like only
How many
running
hours
but
does
like,
it take them?
So the race has to be finished in 30 hours. So like if you don't, if you miss a cutoff, then you don't get to finish. You can finish, but you just don't get like the aid stations because they start closing down at certain times. But you still get like your medal, your times just don't get like posted and stuff. So you can still finish. But so it's 30 hours. It starts at like 4:30 in the morning on, it would have been on
And it's the same
Saturday.
running the whole thing. You don't like swap.
There's a couple different options. So you can do the whole 100 by yourself. And that's like, it's an out and back. So you start in the falls and run to like Silver Springs or something like that in Stowe, and then all the way through the Buckeye Trail in the valley, all the way back to the falls. And then you can do a 50 miler on the front half or a 50 miler on the back half. You can do a marathon, 26.2 miles, or you can do a relay, which is like an 8-person half marathon for each person type thing. But we're talking about like, remember that hike that I went on after I ran 7 miles and it was like hundreds and hundreds of steps.
Yeah.
Like that's the trail. Like that I was on was like what they are doing at like mile 86.
It's crazy.
And it's insane. So like when I say all shapes and sizes, like people are like 65 years old and people are like 18. So like it doesn't matter. Like it's just one of those things. Some people walk most of it because it's like this last time or this past race was really bad. The humidity and the rain and all of the things that happened, like people broke their arms, people fell, like it was a lot. And I think only 40% finished and the rest dropped. So like, you know, somewhere in between, they just decided that they were out. So it's a lot. And this one guy like was so swollen that his hands were cracked and bleeding. And like Letty was like, why is he bleeding? And like, it was just because he had like the circulation, like all of the salt, like was like coming out of his body and like making his hands swell. So when I say like mile 92 and like support and help these people, like they need you like badly. A lot of people were coming in hurt. A lot of people were coming in fine. A lot of people were struggling. But there was this guy, and I think he was in his 30s probably. And he came in, I would say about 3:30 in the morning, like super athletic looking, should be okay. But he was not okay. And he was like, instantly, as soon as I was like, are you like, how can I help you? Can I get you water? He was like, I need to sit. I am dizzy. I'm nauseous and I don't feel well. And I was like, okay. So he sat down and he was like trying to figure out where his crew was, because most of these people have like crew members or whatever that come and meet them at different stops and help them. Well, his crew was at the finish line because at the last aid station, he felt really good and said, just go to the finish because I'll meet you there, which was probably a bad decision because he needed them very badly. And so he was really upset about not being able to get a hold of them. He was fading quick. So I was like, what can I get you? I'm like, I have ginger ale. I have ginger chews. I have and I have Coke. What will settle your stomach? I'm like, you are at mile 92. You cannot quit now. I'm like, you have 8 miles left. I was almost ready. I'm like, I could run 8 miles with you. Like, you're finishing this. So like, I'm down. I'm like in his face. And he's like, I can't do it. I'm like, yes. I was like, you cannot not do this. Yeah. I'm like, you're there. Like, you got this. And he was like, no. Yes, do it. And he was like, nope, I don't think I'm going to. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, is that a picnic table over there? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to lay down. And I was like, oh gosh. I was like, as soon as he lays down, I'm like, done. This is going to be the end of it. I'm like, are you sure that you want to lay down? And then this other guy was like, beware of the chair. Like, don't sit too long. Like, this is because then your muscles get tight and everything. And he was like, no. So he went over and he laid down. And like, I looked over there.
Did you carry him across?
And, no, I wish. Oh my gosh, I should have ran with him. Oh my gosh, come on, let's do this. And he took his shoes off, and I was like, no. But I'm like, I'm not gonna go over and I'm not gonna bother him because, like, you know, he was trying to rest, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna bother him, but his shoes are off, and I'm like, Aaron, he's not gonna finish. And Aaron's like, okay, well, I'm going to go over there in a couple minutes. And in those couple minutes, he like came over and tapped me on my shoulder, and he was like, handed me his bib, and he's like, I'm done. I'm dropping. No. And I'm like, no. And I like started crying. I'm like, you have to finish. And he's like, nope. He's like, today's not my day. I don't feel good. And I was like, stop. So he was the only one who dropped like at our station, but I was so emotionally like upset.
Aww.
Because I'm like, you only have 8 miles. And I told Aaron, I said afterward, I said, I should have ran with him. I should have done that. We could have walked. We could have done something like to get to that finish line. And I just did like think of it like in those moments. But I'm like, it was only 8 miles. I'm like, we could have walked. He had until 10 a.m. to finish, and it was like 3:30. Oh. We would have been fine. We could have done it.
Yeah.
Oh. I cried a lot because I was like, that's just so sad.
Wow.
So you remember the farmhouse that we loved, but we didn't want that, but we did, but we didn't. So my mom said she drove by it.
Oh, in Mogador.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, Kelly, they tore down half the house. And I'm like, wait,
already?
What? Well, I noticed the other day that it went through like a couple weeks ago. So like the sale, I don't know if they paid cash or whatever. It was a quick sale. And we were at the barn, and I'm like, which is close to there. And I'm like, there is no way. My sister and I are like upset. My mom's like, I think they tore down like the newer part of the house that was built in like the 1840s. And we're like, this is just not okay. How do you tear down like a century home? So I'm like, Liza, we're going to go buy it. So she's like videoing. We're going up the hill. And I'm like, Mom, I am like super upset. Christy's upset. Abby's upset. Like, we're all sad over this home. I'm like, are you sure they tore half of it down? She goes, yeah, there's like a porch and one side on one side and the other side on the other. The one side's just completely gone. And I'm like, okay. So we're Liza's videoing. We go over the hill. The house is perfectly fine. She can't see. I'm like, you obviously can't see. The house is fine. They didn't tear anything down. Yeah, they did. I'm like, they did not tear anything down. You got everybody in an uproar in our family over this home, and it's perfectly fine. So
she just like imagined that?
She thought she saw part of it. I mean, she thought she was expecting to see something other than she saw. I don't know, but in her eyes,
maybe in her imagination, there was something else
on the
there.
one side. Yeah, it definitely did not. It was fine.
Oh, Linda.
I'm like, if they tear that house down, I'll cry. They can't tear that house down.
That's just kind of weird. I was thinking, did it like burn down?
I was thinking, what bodies were there?
Oh, they knew the ladies were under there. Like, oh my
Wes is like, but
goodness.
the big picture window is not there. I'm like, they're probably replacing the windows.
Oh, probably.
But it didn't get torn down. So I don't know what she was thinking.
Wow.
Crazy. I have
That's
to
all I
say
got.
one more thing about Naomi. We were
Okay.
at the barn.
Yeah.
She doesn't love being there because she's like very allergic to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't want her sitting in the car playing on an iPad. I'm like, we're going to sit out here. And she's talking about everything. You want to play this adventure game with me? Sure. Like, I'm trying to watch Eliza, but yes, we'll play this adventure game. She's like, okay. So you have to pick. You tell me what you want. And Megan's like overhearing all this. She goes, you can have a poor guy, a trashy guy,
What?
or a kind of rich Lenny. And I'm like, I'll take the kind of rich Lenny. I'll pick the trashy guy. Megan was like cracking up. So
What in the world?
it was just funny. Her three options: a poor guy, a trashy guy, or a kind of rich Lenny. I'll take that one.
my goodness.
That's amazing.
That's funny. At dinner the other night, Letty asked Aaron when he was going to help her find a cowboy. And hey, Dad, where do I find a cowboy?
Oh,
And what was his
come to the
answer?
fair.
Actually, his answer was probably at camp or at the barn. And then Strider said, at a county fair. And I was like, yep, that's probably
That's where you'll find them.
Find those country cowboys.
Come to the Portage County Fair.
Thank you for listening to a production from Family Simple Media and the CSW Podcast. Follow, like, and subscribe at CSW Podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
I'm sorry.
You are ridiculous.
Sorry.
My story's not going to be any good. Forget it. I'll move on to another one that you don't think is
No, please
dirty
do
for
it.
some reason. Everything's
Please
dirty.
tell your story.